Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest update. I think we're T-minus 2 weeks. I know it's flying by now. So yeah, updates. The MoveCube went Friday. So that was a very stressful event. Obviously it's stressful thinking you've got everything packed. Have you not got everything packed? Or all the boxes gonna fit? Obviously you get like the floor mats if you check out our other videos. Yeah, you get 3 floor mats with the footprints of the boxes, and we're so glad we didn't go with a small, because unless you literally just got boxes and that's about it, you can probably get 8 boxes in a small one, maybe 10 decent sized boxes. But yeah, we had 3 bikes, golf clubs, and yeah, at the end it was just kind of, there's a bit of gap there, mash stuff in. So yeah, that was quite stressful, wasn't it?
It was stressful. So they arrived on time. They tell you the night before, like within an hour, what time they'll be arriving. So they'd already come out and checked that there was space for it to go. So yeah, we kept the road sort of clear at the start of that hour, just ready for when they arrived. And typically it they didn't come for about 55 minutes into that hour.
Right, like at the end of the window they were coming, like not coming.
But it was 2 guys, no 7Cs branded van. They'd come from like an hour away. One of the guys did have 7Cs uniform on though, so we're confident that all our stuff is not going to go on eBay.
We're hoping that they're 7Cs, you could buy them off eBay and then you've just walked off with all our stuff. But yeah, I mean, we had a few official documents I had to sign and stuff, so look legit.
They were really nice guys and they were really helpful, and I don't think they're supposed to come into the house, no. But they were definitely helping me lift boxes from in the doorway outside. They were really helpful.
Yeah, I think they're good at puzzle building. One of them said he'd been doing it 17 years, something like that, or I can't remember how long it was, but yeah, he's done it quite a bit. So yeah, he was helping us pretty much wedge stuff in. And
we were the second cube of the day. The first cube behind us was a large MoveCube that was going to Canada.
Yeah.
And yeah, medium didn't fit all of our stuff in. We still have a house full of stuff, but we sent the most sort of important things, and we just weren't ready to send everything right now. So
we got the main bulk of what we wanted to do. Obviously, like I said, 3 bikes went in there. My computer desk I took down, my computer chair which I took apart and shoved in. But yeah, I would say with bikes is obviously take the handlebars off and link them down underneath so that they're flat, and if you can, take the pedals off, because that will save a load of room.
Yeah, and we mainly had everything in boxes, but then at the end when everything was in, we still had a tiny bit of room, and we had some boxes that we'd put to one side. You should definitely have a extra pile, just so that you can use it to fit in. But them boxes were never going to fit in the gaps that we had, so the guys said that we could take whatever we wanted out of the boxes and put them into carrier bags. The stressful thing is the numbering of the boxes, the taking a picture so that you can add it to the inventory
while you're going, because yeah, you get 90 minutes. They are literally quite hot on it. He had his phone and he literally said, right, got 90 minutes, I started my timer.
We had 45 minutes left at the end, so that was good. But yeah, we basically unloaded one of the boxes that was left and shoved the stuff into a carrier bag, just because it wasn't really important stuff. It was just some clothing and some paperwork, and I wasn't too sort of worried. The other boxes that were left just had so many different items in there, listing it and that, it just would have been a nightmare. So yeah, there wasn't that much space left, but there was a little bit, but we did good.
We did wedge it in there, yeah, and like you said, they are kind of hot on their inventory listing, so you do have to go through everything, number the boxes, you've got to put the job number on, so they'll give you your job reference, obviously for peace of mind if the boxes get lost or whatever. Or over in Australia, I think they did say 1 in 2 do get checked.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and oh, what else was I going to say? It's gone.
But yeah. So yeah, just
Oh, midnight. The inventory has to be done by midnight. So if you've put extra things on the cube that weren't on your inventory already, you have to submit that list by midnight that night.
Yeah. So yeah, just keep all your paperwork in check. So as you go, we'll add like lists on top of the boxes. And obviously, taking photos really helps. So yeah, just make sure your itinerary's done. I think I've finished doing ours way before midnight. But yeah, then you've got to do basic and premium insurance, I think, for every item you've listed. So once you think you've just listed it, you've then got to go through your list and say no insurance, basic or premier or premium, I can't remember what it is. So basically the basic will cover the box, like what the item's in, or the premium will cover the items that are in the box. I don't know why you want to cover a cardboard box, but
maybe you're not packaging it in a cardboard box, maybe it's stuff in a box that's got value.
So yeah, I don't think it's once you've done that bit, there's then the more hurdles to go through. Then you've got an Australian customs declaration to go through. Basically asks you, have you got any animals in it, fruit, wood and all stuff like that. And so obviously you do have to, if you have got wood in there, then it's best to declare it and don't say no, because they will fine you. He did say like if they find dust and dirt and stuff like that are quite hot, and it's like $200 an item that they find.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying really, because over the years we've collected loads of seashells and you're not allowed to send seashells, so I am a bit gutted that I can't take any seashells. I know I can find new seashells in Australia, of course I can, but these are seashells we've collected mainly from places in America. So that's a bit annoying. And things like sand, you know, we made this sand sculpture thing for our wedding vow renewal, we can't take that. Kids' pictures, so I've got loads of the kids' pictures where they've like made stuff at school with sand and seashells, can't take that. So yeah, that's the kind of gutting thing. But
so yeah, so that all happened. Yeah, like you said, we had 45 minutes left. I mean, one of the blokes did like a chat, so if he's watching, but yeah, you know, it's quite stressful when you're trying to pack a box and one of them likes to have a little chat, but fair enough. So yeah, we recommend 7 Seas. I mean, at the moment they've been alright, haven't they?
Yeah, we've only paid a deposit so far, so I'm waiting for the big invoice to come in. We've not seen it yet, so
yeah, I think you'll get an invoice. We have to pay the remainder, I think, once they've done their paperwork. So there's 2 sections on their website. You've got your items, so like got percentages of how complete it is. Then their checks, so they'll then go through all your documents and itinerary and then finish it off. And I think then they'll send you the English side of the invoice, and then obviously you've got the Australian side, like we said in the previous video. You got 45 minutes to unload, which shouldn't be that bad. It's just literally a case of yoinking everything out, and that's it. Hoping it's all in one piece.
It is a bit strange now. We're going around the house like trying to find things like post-its, shoes, and we're like, oh yeah, it's on the cube. It's not here, so yeah, that's a
trying to find clothes as well, like where have I put those to? And it's like I'm still got shorts and it's now
I mean pretty much anything valuable is going with us or has gone on the cube. Anything urgent important is going with us or is on the cube. And so yeah, we might have some stuff left, and I think we'll probably need to send another medium cube at some point in the future, but it just gives us some time now to pack up some more boxes, and just I
think the next one will be easier because it'd just be mainly boxes, wouldn't it? I think it
was quite anxious waiting for the cube to come.
It's like literally like making sure no one parks outside the front of your house, they're gonna come. So yeah, so after that we thought we'd de-stress.
We were very stressed. We needed to get out of the house. We needed to not pack, not sell and post stuff. We needed to get away. and we needed to do something last minute, so what did we do?
So, well, you booked us a little trip out for a few hours, wasn't it? We went down to our local centre parks.
Yeah, we're lucky, it's just down the road, it's like 20 minutes, and yeah, we booked in for a twilight spa at the Aquasana.
Yeah, so that was nice. It was nice to just chill out, have a little sit in a hot tub, got a little glass of bubbly, didn't you, and stuff. We put a little video clip, we did a little outside of Aquasana, isn't it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So we've just come out of Sauna? Sauna. Yeah, we thought we'd treat ourselves to a little relax. Probably the last one we'll go to.
Turn the camera around, show everyone how.
There we go. Look at that. Get a proper view with a proper camera outside. There you go. That's that done now until we go back to Australia.
Green's gone back.
So yeah, do you feel relaxed after a stressful day?
Yes, it's been a very stressful day, and yeah, I'm looking forward to bed.
Yeah, so yeah, we just loaded our MoveCube up today. Yeah, that was quite stressful. We're not trying to get it all to fit, but
Definitely.
we got there.
Anyway, we'll tell you more about that soon.
So yeah, check that one out. Yeah, we got an update on doggy time, so I don't know if you can see her, let me just move the camera. She's had a hard day today. She's out for the count. Yeah, so we've got an appointment this week. It's for the Leishmania or Leish, I don't know how you pronounce it, but her blood test is due end of this week, so Friday, I believe. And at the same time, I think she's got to have her roundworm, tapeworm, whatever it is. So obviously, I know they're quite hot on the frontline thing. So we asked the question: does it need to be a certain brand, or can it just be the vets? You know what they use. So yeah, we asked our pet travel agent, Lady Hay. We'll put a link below. Recommend them. What brands it got to be, and yeah, she did say
It's either got to be Frontline or something else. So
Yeah.
we phoned up the vets. We were like, what worming products to use? They didn't use either of them. So I think if you check out our previous video on how to import your dog, we talk a lot about the process and things, and the flea stuff had to be Frontline. We had to buy it ourselves, take it to the vet, they had to administer it and write on the card, and charged us a lot of money for...
I think it was like £35 just to put a little pouch of liquid on the dog's neck.
Yeah. So we have to do the same with the worming. So big tip is to make sure that you book all of your appointments in advance, and it has to be a special type of vet. I don't know why, but even though you're buying the product yourself, even though they're administering it, it has to be a special type of vet. So every time we've needed this done at our local vet, we tell them all of this and they say yeah, no problem, and then like the last time, literally on the day, they called us up and said we can't do this at this location, you need to travel to another location, and the timings have to be so perfect. You can't go like tomorrow or the day after, it has to be that date. So yeah, we learnt from their mistake last time, so this time we said, look, we've got an appointment on Friday, is it okay that we bring our own product? And by the way, it has to be a special vet that does it. Is your special vet in? Yeah, no problem. Anyway, put the phone down. 45 minutes later, they call me back. They say, sorry, we're gonna have to change your appointment. That vet can't do it that day at that time. It's like
how important is this? We've told you it is time critical, it's got to be done on those dates.
Yeah, exactly. So luckily, like, because we were ahead of the game and we checked with the pet agent, we phoned the vets, luckily we're not again on the day having this message that they can't do the appointment. But I just think, like, I don't know, I guess it depends what vet it is, but definitely our vet used to dealing with like traveling pets, and they don't realize or understand how important it is that this thing happens on this day, otherwise it puts out the whole timeline. I mean, this is like 8 months of prepping to take the dog to Australia. We could have gone 8 months ago if it wasn't for the dog, but because of all of the dates and things that she has to have done, like, we can't afford for the vets to mess up and get this wrong, because that could put us back several more months.
To start again, wouldn't you? If you like.
So yeah, that is very stressful. And definitely make sure you check with your pet agent if you've got one, and check with your local vet about what products you need to be using, because you can't afford to turn up to your vet on the day and have your dog treated with a product that Australia don't recognise. Because again, like, it will be a waste of time, waste of money. You'll have to go back, have the different product applied, and yeah, that's your timeline out the window. So it's mad.
Yeah, you know, not as if life's stressful enough moving to the other side of the world, but yeah. Also an update, now, well, you think you're making headway of now, after probably about 3 weeks of backwards and forth with the visa agent, we've now submitted an application for a skills assessment, not even the actual PR visa yet. So we've submitted the forms, the evidence to say, can I apply for a skills assessment? So I'm now waiting for that to be accepted. It's then I got to have a technical interview or a like a practical like assessment, in which I find very odd, seeing I've been doing this job since I left school. So yeah, that's where we are with the skills assessment. So just waiting to hear from them now. I know they're bringing in something, a TRA, something they're going to do, so it's going to be a one-step process, but they've just put that on hold because they got such a backlog of all the other ones. So otherwise we could have maybe done it a bit quicker, but I don't know how long they were going to put it on pause for. If it's going to be a couple more months, that's going to be into our deadline, obviously, before my 45th birthday, which is going to be in a year, maybe a year and a bit. So yeah, that's where we are with skills assessment. So that's kind of chugging along. House updates.
Oh my god, that's so frustrating. I feel like this video is just about stress, but literally everything has been stressful. You
will relate to this, trust it. So no, it's not all doom and gloom, you know, we're not being miserable, it is
normally
stressful.
We're quite excited and happy, but yeah, honestly, since we made the last video, it's literally just been stress after stress. So, house rentals and realtors.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Australia, maybe they're so laid back and chilled that they don't understand how stressful this is. But like, you fill in all of these forms, you upload all of your documents and details, passports, driving licenses, like GDPR is ridiculous. Like, we're sending all of our data to like all of these people we don't know, and they start all of this process. So you start hearing from your contacts that they've like requested a reference, requested an employer's reference, requested a personal reference, and you're like, wow, like we must be gonna get this house, like everything's going through. And like, I literally had a phone call. We waited until midnight the other night to phone this realtor. We were like, look, we've applied, we can't come and see it, we're really interested, we've uploaded our documents. She was like, yeah, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah, we'll send you a video, innit? They're going to do a video by WhatsApp.
Literally, go to sleep. 8 hours later, we get an email from the same realtor that I've just had a conversation with before I went to bed to say, sorry, the property's now been let. Thank you, bye-bye. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's so frustrating with the time zone, doesn't it? The time zone, I think the whole work ethic, because they're a bit more relaxed than we are now. Obviously, they deal with this every day, but it's harder for us because, you know, we need somewhere to live. So yeah, we're still hunting. I think it'd be easier when I go out there, because obviously I can meet realtors face to face and
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, we have put in some emergency precautions. So if you are also doing this journey and you are thinking about renting, we basically have rented we've like booked a hotel at the airport the night of arrival, just because the flight is late. We know that from experience that the car hire places close early, so first night is in an airport hotel, then check out the next day. Then we've got a hotel booked for about 3 weeks to a month to give some time to find a rental. We kind of hoped and thought that would be realistic, but what we've now done is booked another backup month in another hotel, just in case, because yeah, the rental market is crazy. These people don't seem to be in any hurry to rent to anyone, and yeah, we're just getting a little bit nervous.
Well, I think it is obviously the lower price ones, so your $450s, $500, $550 a week. They're the ones that seem to be fought over more, I think, because we applied for one that was maybe 700, and they were literally like, oh, you know, send us more details. You know, we want a letter to you, but we're like, we're not really sure on our budget yet. We don't really want to stretch ourselves too much. So if you are looking for a rental and you've got your budget set, then yeah, you'll probably get a better chance of being accepted for around the 700s upwards, because they're, you know, a bit more. There's not so many people applying for them, whereas the cheaper, lower endy market is more of a scrap down there.
Yeah, and I think they probably want to see you in person. They want to make sure you're not a drug dealer. Exactly. They want to make sure you look like you can pay the rent, which I understand, but it's just frustrating. And I know that there's these like rental agents out there that you can basically pay to secure you somewhere. We haven't resorted to that yet, just because we feel like we don't need to. We know that we can go up in budget if we need to, so that's also our emergency backup. But yeah, obviously, like when you first go out there, you just need somewhere to have an address to like get your bearings. We don't want to, you know, be spending loads of money on rent every month either. We want to, you know, maybe eventually mortgage, get a mortgage and buy somewhere over there. So we don't want to be spending all of our money on renting somewhere. So yeah, it's all up in the air at the minute, and
all up in the air, and 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go. So yeah, so that's where we're to. I know it sounds a bit of a moany one, but it is obviously, you know, watching back when you guys are watching and you're in the same position, you'll know it's starting getting a bit tougher, but you know, you got to stay with it. We're staying positive, aren't we? It's just stressful. Yeah,
definitely. And like, I think everything else has been like difficult, but we've like managed it. We're doing it, like the dog thing, the MoveCube, like everything else, all of the paperwork, the visas, like it's been stressful and difficult, but we've got there. And I think the house is so emotive because it's, you know, you have a family, you need to look after them, protect them, like that's the most important thing, and the most important thing you don't have secured yet, so that's why it's so stressful.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Just keep focused, everyone, when you're watching, keep focused. So yeah, that's where we're to in a moment. So we'll stick our links to the other videos up there. It might be, can't remember which way it is, one of those. So yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, thanks again for watching.
If you liked the video and didn't get too depressed, then hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you to all of our new subscribers as well, we really appreciate it. And yeah, keep watching because soon we'll have a travel day video. That's exciting. No more videos from the living room, but actual videos from Australia. So yeah, keep watching.
See you in the next one.